This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel Game of the Week.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the game of the week. The playoffs are here. It is Wildcard Game Mania. 4 of them. Not just like baseball, where they have one wildcard game in each league, with a 5th and 4th overall team playing. We've got 6 and 5 playing division winners 4 and 3 in the wildcard round. And tonight, in the American League, we have the number 5 Seattle Mariners at the defending champion, but this year number 4 seed Boston Red Sox from Fenway Park. Let's look at the overall rotations for the wild card games, of which there are 4. In the American League, there you see Tiant is pitching on more than 4 days rest. If the Red Sox win, they'll most likely have Bill Lee start the divisional round. Seattle is going with their ace, who also has had a nice bit of rest. He gets the wild card game, and they will probably turn to Rudy May to start the divisional series. But we are in Boston for wild card baseball. 1 and you're done. That's it. It's today and it's over for one of these squads. Something that Major League Baseball brought into light about 15 years ago or so. And not a good idea, in my opinion, but for the... I might as well do it twice as much with 2 of the 4... 2 wildcard games in each league instead of a single wildcard game in each league. Alright, so after a quick break, we'll be back with the starting lineups. Okay, and now the lineups for the day. Julio Cruz will lead off at second for Seattle. Gil Flores bats second in right field. Tom Paciorek bats third in left field. Bruce Bochy bats fourth at first base. Steve Yeager bats fifth catching. Leon Roberts sixth at DH. Rupert Jones bats seventh in center field. Here's a good one. Bucky Dent bats 8th in shortstop in a 1-game playoff in Fenway. Oh boy. Bill Stein bats 9th at third base. And for your Red Sox, a team that is better against right-handed pitching, only so-so against lefties. They will have Tom Brookins, a guy they signed in the offseason, platooning at third base, leading off. Burleson, the Rooster, bats second at short. Yaz will bat third at first base. Jim Rice bats fourth and left. Carlton Fisk, fifth catching. Freddie Lynn slides into the 6th spot against lefties. He's a little weaker there. Same with Dwight Evans, 7th in right field. These guys are normally up in the order against righties. Rob Piccolo bats 8th at second base. And Butch Hobson bats 9th as your designated hitter. Let's get started from Fenway Park. Floyd Bannister and Louis Tiant. And Julio Cruz will lead it off. 69 is a base hit off of Tiant. Double-A stealer. But Fisk has a -3 arm, so they'll see what happens here. Gil Flores, 58, flies left. Tom Paciorek, 49 off of the Tiant card. Homer 1-5 double. And that is a homer for Tom Paciorek over the Green Monster in Fenway. 2-zip for the visiting M's. Bruce Bochy, 1-2 Lomax. So, if the Red Sox want to get back to the World Series, they will have to come back against the Seattle Mariners in a playoff game. Tom Brookins leads off. 2-4, skies left. Rick Burleson, 66, off of the Bannister card. Triple 1-3 is a base hit. Yastrzemski, 1-5, skies the center. And Jim Rice, 38 is a K. Top of the 2nd, it'll be Steve Yeager, 2-7, K. Nice little pickup there, good throwing catcher. Leon Roberts, 2-4, grounds a short. And Rupert Jones, 4-11, left X. Jim Rice is a 3-15 in left field, and he makes the catch. Carlton Fisk, 5-10 is a strikeout. Freddie Lynn, 2-8 is ball 4. Dwight Evans, 43, left X. This is Pachorik. I believe he's a 3-7 in left field, but the monster can be tricky, but he makes the catch. And Rob Piccolo, 49, skies the center field. We go to the third. Here is Bucky Dent to a course of booze, 33, flies to right field. Bill Stein, 69 is a single. Julio Cruz, 3-11, 5-4, fielder's choice with 2 outs, with a 2-run lead. He gets the jump. He's going to steal second. -3 arms, 17. Let's go. This is going to be close. 17 -3, -3 more. Out by a whisker. Nice throw by the -3 arm Carlton Fisk. Well, you got to do that if you're Seattle. Heavy underdog. And you have a 2-0 lead. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Butch Hobson. 68. Single 1 of 4 off Bannister, and he misses it. Tom Brookins, 68. Single 1 to 4 off of Bannister, and he misses it. And Rick Burleson, 410, third X. Bill Stein's a 3-17, and they get the single off of Bill Stein's glove. Yaz with 2 outs. The pitch to Carl Yastrzemski, 49 off Bannister, is a fly by the left. Rolling on Bannister quite frequently today, and that's not going to be a good thing, as he's one of the better pitchers in the American League. By the way, while we're wondering this wonderful stuff, Mr. Bannister he had 9-13 in 1980 with a 3.47 ERA and 218 innings. That's pretty good pitching in the Kingdom. He was pretty much the first decent Seattle starter, and what did they do? They ended up trading him to the White Sox. In the fourth, leading off, it'll be Gil Flores, 1-6. Let's take a look at the Gil Flores card here. Gil Flores, 1-6. is a nice card. 278 card for the Angels in 77. Mariners sign him away from their divisional foe. Triple 1-7 is a triple on the roll of a 2. Sox will bring the infield up. Tom Pachorik, 2-5. Let's take a look at Pachorik's card. Oh my goodness. Now he's a Seattle Mariner in 78. He would have good years for them through 1981 or 82, I believe, before he gets traded to the White Sox. And both those guys helped the 83 White Sox win the West. Another mistake Seattle made. 2-5 for Pachorik here. Triple 1-3 double. That is a double. And suddenly it's 3-0 in Fenway, folks. The Fenway faithful are nervous here. Bruce Bhakti, 4-4, short X. This is Burleson. Runner holds at second base. 1 out now for Steve Yeager. 47 is a K. And with 2 outs, Leon Roberts, 62. Skies the center. Tiant holds them to 1 more run. It's 3-zip. And again, this is where the Sox start chipping away against lefties. Jim Rice, 6'10", bouncer to short. Dent is a 2-14, and that is a base hit off the glove of Dent, a sure-handed shortstop, but a rare base hit off of him. And that makes the fans here in Boston pretty happy. Carlton Fisk, 112, short B+. So, fielder's choice. Fisk is your runner at first, who is a C stealer. Yeager's got a good arm. He's not going to attempt to steal. Fred Lynn, 47, off of Bannister is a K. And Dwight Evans, 33, is a liner to second base. A nice 3-hitter through 4 for Bannister. 3-0 Seattle in the 5th. Rupert Jones, 57, is a pop to second. Bucky Dent, 6'10", is a strikeout. And Bill Stein, 4'10", Bill Stein off the Tiant card. Too many homers for Tiant. That is gone. Tiant does give up a lot of home runs. 26 in 212 innings in 1978. He was 13-8 with a 3.31 ERA. Unfortunately, different card than we used in the World Series last year. I think we had a 77 card or 76 card. But anyway, solo shot, 4-zip. Little 2-out, 1-batter rally there. Julio Cruz, 68, single 1 of 12. rolls the 13, and the inning's over. 4-0 Mariners. Looking for the upset. And this would be a huge upset. Rob Peachlow, 56, Ks. Butch Hobson, 59, short X. You're going to keep rolling off of the Bannister card. It's going to be a long day. Ground ball to Dent, and this time Dent makes the play. And Tom Brookins, 39, Brookins gets the single. Rick Burleson, 63 off Bannister is pitcher X E7. They need a big break here. And they don't get it. They get a ground ball C. 5 shutout innings for Floyd Bannister. We were lamenting the Mariners getting to the playoffs because they and the Angels were beating up on the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers as we play mostly divisional schedule. And deserving Baltimore, New York, and Boston, all 3 of those teams could not get in. Only 2 did. But Seattle, through half the game, is proving us wrong. In the 6th, Gil Flores. 2-7 is a walk. Now he's a beast stealer. Tom Paciorek. 46, second X. Peachlow. An import brought into platoon with Denny Doyle. 319 at second base. He gets the GBA. Big play there defensively for the Sox. And with 2 outs, it's Bruce Bocti. 54, third X. And this is Brookins, another import. 3E, oh boy, it's a 3E34. Third base is a black hole for the Red Sox in this era. That's a base hit, because Hobson's a 4E37. Make things worse. All right, 2 outs. It'll be Steve Yeager. 62 off of Tiant, skies to center field. So he battles back. Somewhat, yeah, I guess it's a disappointing start here, giving up the 4 runs. He hopes his team will get hot. And Bannister, they do have Fireman of the Year, Enrique Romo, available for 2 innings if needed. So here is Yastrzemski leading off the 6. 1-4, skies are right. Jim Rice, 310, is hit by the pitch. He didn't want to do that. Carlton Fisk, 38 is ball 4, and the Red Sox have their biggest threat yet. 2 men on, just 1 out for Fred Lynn. Let's take a look at Fred Lynn, and you'll see what a big difference between lefties and righties in 1979 for Freddie, which is a big reason why the Mariners were going to send either Bannister or Rudy May in Fenway instead of the righties. Freddie Lynn just destroys right-handed pitching. But first and second, 1 out. The pitch to Fred Lynn. 1-7's a K. And with 2 outs, let's take a look at Dwight Evans as well. You see a similar thing with Dwight Evans. Crushes righties, not so much against lefties. The pitch to Dwight Evans. 4-4 off Bannister is a catcher's card, and Yeager, my goodness, is a 1E what? It's actually a 1E12. I don't know if it's worth being a 1 if you're going to be an E12. But he makes the play on the X even. Interesting. Meaning the E rating got the out. So it had to be a high percentage. We can chase results in this program. Why not take advantage of that? And just let's see what percentage just happened here. I'm going to chase the results in the spreadsheet to see why is that an out when I roll the E rating on a bad E, because it was 77%. So the lower the percentage, the more likely you'll get the error. High percentages, the defensive player makes the play, and 77% is pretty high. He makes the play there. As an E12 of an E16, that's like 75%. So anything below 70% was probably going to be an error. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Just wanted to bring you a little bit of insight into how this spreadsheet works for people who haven't seen this stuff before. All right, we get a catcher's card to end the inning for Dwight Evans. 6 innings are in the books. Tiant's going to go out there. He's a starter 7. A light misty rain is starting to fall in Fenway to match the mood of the Sox fans. Leon Roberts, 68. Single 1-12 off Tiant. Rolls 13. He's out. Rupert Jones, 57. Pops to second. And Bucky Dent. 2-4. Let's take a look at Bucky Dent's card. Almost, folks. Almost. 2-2 homer. 2-4 is a base hit for Bucky Dent here. And the number 9 hitter, who homered earlier, Bill Stein, 37 is a base hit. Okay, here's your ball game right here. 2 on, 2 outs, and it's Julio Cruz. Let's take a look at Julio here. Definitely more of a threat against left-handed pitching. Tiant has been their horse all year long. Was on the mound in Game 7 of the World Series a year ago. I think you have to let him get this guy out because he walks a lot, doesn't give a lot of hits anyway. So this will probably be Tiant's last batter. The pitch to Julio Cruz. 57 is a pop to second base. And the fans get on their feet. Stretch time at Fenway Park in Boston. We have been listening to The Cars, Candy-O, expanded edition from 1970 something. Great LP, the Vargas and all that wonderful stuff. Yeah. Great LP. Arguably the best in their catalog, arguably. Anyway, bottom of the 7th inning. Floyd Bannister. Starting about 92 pitches, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, a couple walks. Starter 7, this is breaking inning. And it'll be leading off the second baseman, Rob Peachlow, 66. Finally breaking through on the Bannister card is triple 1-3 single and a base hit to start the inning. And that's only the second time in the game they've started the inning with a man getting on base. The Hobber, Butch Hobson. 1-9, let's take a look at Butch Hobson's card there. Nice little card for him. The defense is terrible, of course. Hit 17 bombs in 78. That's a base hit to center field. And once again, the Sox have a rally going. Got to break Bannister to get him out of there. And that's precisely what Tom Brookins is intending to do here. 2 on, nobody out. The pitch to Tom Brookins. 2-5. Brookins skies the center field. All right, Rick Burleson. One of the few. Let's take a look at his card before he bats. He is probably the most improved hitter versus lefties in the entire lineup, as everybody else is better against righties. But Burleson can swing it. He can do pretty well against lefties. Bannister will most likely stay in there through Yaz. The pitch to Rick Burleson. Another 2-5. 2-5 to the Rooster is a 6-4-3 double play. That is a huge play. And the crowd is stunned here in Fenway. 4-0. Bannister wiggles out of it. Oh my goodness, this is disappointing. So, in the 8th inning, the Sox will turn this over to Larry Bradford. A nice little import from the Atlanta team, Atlanta Brave. He was good with the Braves in this 1980. He was 3-4, 2.45 ERA in 55 innings. Has had a very good year. Him and Stan Bonson in the Red Sox pen. So he will pitch to Gil Flores, leading off the 8th. 67 is going to be single 1-2-6, and he hits it. And the Mariners are getting a ton of breaks today, folks. They're getting their single 1-4s or single 1-6s, and the Red Sox are not. It's just one game, and this can happen. That's the fun part of the Fall League. Crazy, unexpected nonsense like this can happen. So Flores is on at first, has to be held on. He's a bee stealer, and it's Tom Paciorek. 68 off of Bradford is a walk, and now it's getting really scary here in Fenway. 4-0 game with 2 men on and nobody out. Never say die for the Sox, but yeah, man, it's getting really tight, really dicey here. Still believe the Red Sox can win this thing. But it's first and second, nobody outs. Bruce Bocti. 1-6. Let's take a look at Bocti's card. Doesn't hit lefties very well at all. Hit his column. Hits the extra base hit in his column that will score a run. It's double into 8, and yes, he gets the double. So he's at second base, and it's 5-0 with nobody out. What do you do here? Yeager, better against righties. Roberts, better against lefties. So he'll pitch to Yeager, and then he'll come out. The infield has to come up for Steve Yeager. It's 5-0. The pitch to Yeager. 57 is a K. And that'll do it for Bradford. He will not pitch to Leon Roberts. To a small smattering of boos in Fenway as he made things worse for the Sox. And then Boston is going to go straight to their closer, Stan Bonson. Had a very good year. Bonson was an Expo, actually, in 1980. You see the Red Sox imported a lot of players. 7.6, 3.07 ERA in 91 innings for the Expos in 1980. He becomes Boston's closer. In the 8th inning, second and third, one out. They have to bring the infield up for Leon Roberts. The pitch to Leon. 56 is a pop to second base, and with 2 outs, it's Rupert Jones. I must want to go back to a lefty. Or you could walk him to face Bucky Dent with a base open. That is disaster written all over it. But you got to do yeah, Rupert Jones with second and third, a good lefty against Bonson. They're going to walk Jones with first base open to pitch to Bucky Dent in Fenway Park in a playoff game. 5-0 though. The pitch to Bucky Dent, who is 1 for 3 today. 2-4, he did it again. Another base hit to right field off the Dent card, his second of the day. Scores Pachorik, and of course, Bakhti will not challenge the arm of Dwight Evans. 6-0. Bill Stein with 2 outs. 56 is a pop to second base. The Mariners, every move and every break has gone their way through 8 innings. 6-0 lead. Floyd Bannister, you got to break him to get him out of there. The Mariners considering defense, of which they have none on the bench to bring in, as the bench is poor defensively. So we'll stick with what they got, including their starting pitcher. Floyd Bannister goes back out for the 8th inning. 6 outs away. They got Enrique Romo, the fireman of the year, with a 6-run lead and 6 outs to get. Hopefully, this is where in the Game 7 of the World Series, the Phillies had a nice lead in the 8th inning. They left Steve Carlton in there too long, and the Red Sox batted around and won the World Series. So here we are in the same 8th inning with another lefty. This time it's Floyd Bannister. Let's see if he can do better than Steve Carlton. Yastrzemski will lead it off. 1-9. Let's take a look at Yaz's card. I haven't seen his yet. Triple, 1-2, double. A double for Yaz. And the Red Sox have put 5 guys on in the last 2 frames and a batter. They haven't scored. Jim Rice, 62 is a grounder to the pitcher. Carlton Fisk, 35 is ball 4. And that breaks him. And they got to do it. So this could be a horrific nightmare or jubilation for Seattle. They're going to bring in Yannick Romo. There's only one like him, folks. Enrique Romo comes on in the 8th inning, your American League Fireman of the Year, to get 5 outs. They turn the lights off in the bullpen. It's a ceremony they do here in Seattle, or where Seattle's playing. They just turn the lights off. That's it. It's his game, win or lose. 5 outs to get. Bannister goes 7 1/3. Here comes Enrique Romo in the 8th inning to face Freddie Lynn. Now, of course, you realize that everybody in the Red Sox is going to be a much better hitter now than they were before because they're now facing a right-hander. So here is Freddie Lynn with runners at first and second and 1 out. The pitch to Freddie. 34, saw the card earlier, just missed the home run. 34 is 4-6-3. Ground ball A+, no one's being held on base. That is a double play. That is devastating. A 3-4 off the Lynn card is a killer here. Oh my goodness. We'll go to the 9th. Stunned. The Cars don't even believe it. It's just, they're stunned. The whole stadium is just stunned right now. They were expecting a big rally to start in the 8th. Now they're down 6 in the 9th. Red Sox don't even, man, this is a big one here, folks. Julio Cruz leading off the 9th. 1-4. Hits his card with a single. Double-A Steeler is going to steal the 6-run lead. And he's thrown out. And the great Carlton Fisk has cut down 2 Mariners today. Gil Flores, 53, rolls to first. And Tom Paciorek skies to center field. Here it is, folks. Buckle up. They need to bat around in the 9th inning and incredibly come back and beat Enrique Romo. Everybody's better. And you know when they go to Carbo and Doyle, well, they won't go to Doyle, but they go to Carbo, they're not going to lift Romo. Remember I said they turn the lights off and all that? So, Boston has its choice of hitters in the 9th, down 6. It'll be Dwight Evans to lead it off. 1-5, you saw the card. Dwight Evans, it's gone. Solo shot in the 9th to get it started, to put some doubt in Unique Romo's mind. 6-1. Now, first pinch hitter, batting for Rob Piccolo. Bernie, Carbo. The burn, let's take a look at Bernie Carbo. The great on-base percentage, homer, walk, strikeout king. We are aware of his pinch hit homer expertise in the 75 series. Could use a walk, frankly, would be fine enough here. We'll take the homer. Here's the pitch to Bernie Carbo. 34, just misses a walk, and that is a strikeout. 1 down. Mariners starting to feel it in the dugout. It's going to be Butch Hobson. Hits righties better than lefties. Of course he would. The pitch to Butch Hobson. 2-9 is a ground ball too short, and now suddenly there's a hush. Do you want Tom Brookins to end the Red Sox season? No, you do not, folks. But who are you going to bring in? They have to do it. If you've been following the carryover league since last year, the pinch hitter with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, ladies and gentlemen, John Tamargo. The John Tamargo story has been detailed in great length. He was the player who knocked in the winning run in Game 7 of the World Series a year ago. A free agent acquisition who played for the Giants in 1978. He is the World Series hero a year ago. He gets free beer in Boston the rest of his life, that kind of thing. So who else do the Red Sox turn to when their season is on the brink? So there's the Tamargo card. Enrique Romo. The Mariner dugout is on their feet. And here's the pitch to John Tamargo. 48, ball 4. And he draws a walk to keep it going. Way to go, Tamargo. Now you've got Burleson, Yaz, Rice, and Fisk. You're down 5. You got 1 guy on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be Fred Lynn. Would be the win run in this situation. But everybody has to get on. Rick Burleson with a runner at first and 2 outs in the 9th inning. The pitch to Rick Burleson. 1-4. It's a ground ball to third A. Bill Stein throws over to first. And the Sox have been stunned here in Fenway. The Mariners have done the unthinkable, gone into Fenway Park in a 1-game playoff, and have defeated the Boston Red Sox. Frankly, they've done a better job against Boston than the New York Yankees or the Baltimore Orioles. Floyd Bannister outdoes Ron Guidry, you know? My goodness. The Mariners go into Fenway, not really much of a game, tried to make it as dramatic as possible, got all the breaks, scored in 4 different innings. Boston put a lot of guys on late in the game when they started to wake up a little bit. And, yeah, it's over for the Sox. Incredible. Let's do the box. So Bonson came on in the 8th and gave up a hit and a walk. 2 hits and a walk overall. Bradford, bad inning for him as a reliever. 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk and a K. And that kind of hurt too. It could have been a 4-0 game, and it was a 6-0 game. Louis Tiant just didn't have it today. Persevered through 7 frames. Gave up 9 hits, 4 runs. Could have been worse, I guess. Only a walk, 3 strikeouts. Enrique Romo, don't think he gets credit for a save here with a 6-run lead, does he? I don't think so. Enrique, the big double play in the 8th was probably the big key. Fred led hitting to a double play. He gives up just 1 hit and a solo homer, a walk and a K. But Floyd Bannister is your MVP. He's your star of the day. 7 shutout innings, pulled because he broke. 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. 109, 0109, 613, 18. 613-18, 34, 56, 56, 34. I guess Red Sox are showing you how difficult it is to repeat. They got the World Series ring last year. Technically, it's a World Series played in January, so whatever you want to call the finals. But yeah, they got a Fall League World Series title a year ago, and so this year, trying to repeat, just too much. A little bit too much. Let's take a look at the year-to-date for each of these squads. Because you're going to find, I think, that the Mariners might have some better numbers year-to-date than the Sox in the post-game here. So Boston finishes the year just 17-15, just a couple games over 500. They hit 252. That's ridiculous. They should hit much better than that. 3.48 team ERA. The stars of the Red Sox, you had Yastrzemski with 10 homers, but 18 RBI. He was leading off most of the time. Had 43 hits, 134 at-bats. Great year for Yastrzemski. Actually, Freddie Lynn was 37 for 124, 7-20. The Rooster had 39 hits. Jim Rice, though, was 31 for 130. 238, yeah. 238 with that monstrous Jim Rice card. That really hurts. And let's take a peek at Seattle. Don't know who they play yet. They have to wait and see the results of Baltimore at Milwaukee to figure out if they have to go to Ohio or California. But your Seattle Mariners are 16-12, a single game better than the Sox, hitting 274 with a 3.42 team ERA. There's no way that pitching staff should be pitching that well. But they have Bannister. Mike Parrott has a good 1979. Rudy May has a pretty good card, and he's ridden it hot to a 6-1 record. Andy Messersmith is kind of mediocre. The bullpen, Byron McLaughlin, John D'Acquisto, Darryl Knowles, but unique Romo, folks. 16 innings, just a couple runs. Your Rolaids Relief Man of the Year closes it out. Top hitters for the M's. Nobody on the Mariners has more than 4 home runs. What kind of bizarro world is this? This is the Kingdom Mariners. They're doing it with pitching and singles, and I don't know how they're doing it. Their leading RBI guy only has 18 RBI. Nope. Does anybody have 30 hits? Oh, here we go. Leon Roberts is 34 for 98. That's pretty good. He's hitting 347. Bruce Bocti is 31 for 95. Hitting 326. So they're your top Mariners. Unbelievable, folks. Cannot believe what I just saw. The Seattle Mariners go into Fenway Park, knock out the defending world champion Sox. And, yeah, done. Stick a fork in the Red Sox. They are done. And the Bannister would have to come back in Game 3. I think they're going to go Rudy May in Game 1, Mike Parrott in Game 2, and then Bannister come back on 3 days rest in Game 3, and then it'll have to be Messersmith in Game 4, and then Rudy May again in Game 5 in the divisional round of the playoffs. That's it tonight from Wildcard Game 1 in the American League. Hope you're enjoying the playoffs. Got a first big upset, first crazy, kooky result in what hopes to be a bizarro World Series to be played during the Super Bowl to match the bizarro football season that we're experiencing. So, hope you're enjoying all this. We'll see you next time.